Hey everybody, Josh from the Josh and Debcast and the Cast of the Pod, and I was flipping through my phone and I ran across a meme that reminded me of an old joke that I used to tell that I heard from back in the day, and I figure I'll share it with y'all now. All right, first thing I need y'all to do though is envision in your mind a village in the middle of the mountains. A village kind of like Beauty and the Beast, the one that Belle walks around and she's talking a whole bunch of trash like she's better than everybody else. That type of village. And in the middle of the village is the town square, and around the town square somewhere there's a church. And the church, it has like 21 flights of stairs all the way up the belfry with this huge bell in the middle of it. Come back down from the belfry, get to the front of the church, there are these two huge wooden doors, and on the doors there's a sign that says, "Now hiring bell ringer," right? So the priest is walking around doing his priest stuff or whatever, and then he hears boom, boom, boom on the front door, right? So he goes over there, and they don't have peepholes, but they have the little doors on the doors, right? And he opens it up, and he looks out, and he doesn't see anybody. He's like, strange. So he closes it. He's walking away. Then he hears boom, boom, boom on the door, right? And he walks back, and he opens the little door on the door, and he looks out and he doesn't see anything. He's like, you kids, y'all need to quit playing those jokes. We ain't got time for that. Closes it, walks away, and he hears it one more time. Boom, boom, boom on the door, right? So this time he walks over there and he opens up the whole door, and he looks out and he doesn't see anybody. Yo, you kids, y'all need to stop playing these jokes. People got stuff to do around here. And then he hears this little voice. Hey, I'm down here. Look down here. And he looks down and he sees this man with no arms and no legs. And he's like, "Oh, I'm sorry, my son. You must be here to get something to eat." And he's like, "Nope." He's like, "Well, you need a place to stay." And he's like, "Nope." He's like, "How can I help you, son? What can I do for you?" And the man with no arms and no legs, he says, "I'm here for the job." "What job are you here for?" "Right there on the door, it says bell ringer. I'm here for the bell ringer job." And the priest is like, "Oh, no, son, you can't do that." And the little man's like, "What do you mean I can't do that?" He was like, "You wouldn't be able to do that." And he says, "Father, you don't have any faith in me?" And the priest is like, knowing full well in his heart and in his mind, that the little man's not gonna be able to do this, he's like, "Look, come in. If you can ring the bell, you can have the job." Little man smiles. He's like, "All right." So waddles into the church, right? Priest closes the door. Big heavy door. And they go up to the first flight of stairs. Priest already knows it's not gonna happen. And he's like, "You got 21 flights of stairs to get up there." Little man walks up, waddles up, puts his chin on the first step, and with sheer mental power, with sheer will and neck muscles, puts his chin on that first step, flings his body up, straightens himself up, puts his chin on the next step, flings his body up to the next step, all the way up 21 flights of stairs, all the way to the top of the belfry. They get up there and the priest is like, "This is a miracle. I can't believe this is happening. Amazing." But he knows that the little man can't ring the bell because it's this giant 2-ton bell, and it has the thing in the middle, the bell ringer, the thing in the middle of the bell, and it's got the rope on the bottom of that. And he's like, "Son, we'll have something for you to do here at the church. You can stay here, you can eat here, but I know you can't ring this bell." And the little man says, he's like, "Still, all the way up these stairs, and you still don't have the faith in me that I can do this." And the priest is like, "Okay, my bad. Do your thing." Little man goes off into the corner, right? And he's looking, and he sees the rope hanging down, and he starts moving as fast as he can, and he starts going towards the center of the room, and as he gets to the center of the belfry, he flings his body up into the air. The priest is in tears as he sees the man flying through the air, and he's like, "Oh my God." Little man catches the rope with his teeth, and he's just hanging there by the bell, and he starts swinging his body left to right, each time getting closer and closer to the sides of the bell, until finally he gets to the left side, bong, face to the side of it, to the right side, bong, face to the right of it, and he's just inside the bell, Bong, 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 ringing the bell. The priest falls on his knees. It's a miracle. It's a miracle. Oh my God, this is beautiful. This is amazing. As this is happening, all the townsfolk are like, why is the bell ringing? What's going on? So they start gathering in town, the square, town square, and they don't know what's going on. They just know that the bell is ringing, bong, 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 inside the belfry. The little man's bong, bong, bong. The priest is like, my son, you have the job. This is amazing. This is beautiful. Thank you for showing me this miracle. The little man smiles with joy. He's never been so happy in his life. But as he smiles, his grip on the rope loosens. And as he's swinging left and right, he flies out of the belfry, right in the middle of the townsfolk, just smack, right in the middle of everybody. The priest runs down the belfry as fast as he can, gets all the way down there. People are attending to the little man already, but as the priest gets there, checks his pulse, sees the damage, realizes that the little man is dead. He's in tears. He just witnessed this miracle to see this death. There's people crying. They don't know what's going on. The priest says, we need to take care of this man. We need to bury him properly. And everybody's in agreement. He explains the miracle of what he just saw. Everybody's in tears. They're like, how can this happen? As the priest walks away, one of the townsfolk says, Father, what do we put on his grave? The father turns around and he looks at the little man. He says, I don't know his name, but his face sure rings a bell. All right, y'all. Thanks for your time. Peace.